What was the best you have no power here moment you have ever seen? 1. A coworker friend of mine was flying back from a sales conference in Vegas, and he was able to upgrade to a first-class seat. We had this obnoxious sales VP that was on the same flight. She was the snobby, entitled type with a full-time nanny and giant McMansion in the suburbs, and she generally treated people who worked for her like servants. She sees him in a first-class seat as she is making her way to coach and asks him how he got that seat. As people are getting settled in, she makes her way back up to the first-class cabin and asks to speak with a lead flight attendant. She tells him that one of her underlings is sitting in first class and that she needs to switch with him since she's higher on the corporate ladder. The guy can't believe what he's hearing, but she won't take no for an answer. Finally, he tells her she has to go back to her seat or she will be escorted from the plane. She made a complete joke of herself in front of the whole first-class cabin. 2. When I was in high school, I worked at a popular warehouse club selling computers on weekends. I was hired by the store manager through a friend's referral. I love computers, so my job was to stay in the computer department and sell them, nothing else. One shift manager didn't like that and insisted I needed to go fold clothes for half my shift. I told him the store manager instructed me never to leave the technology department, but he insisted. This went on for several weeks. The store manager showed up one weekend when we were both working. He slapped a stack of green bar paper, this was a while ago, onto a shelf and pointed to some highlighted numbers. He looked at the shift manager and said, "Do you see this? This is our average tech sales when you're on shift. See this number over here? This is our average tech sales when you're not. At this point, it would be more cost-effective to simply fire you. What do you think?" The guy stammered like a toddler caught bullying another kid. Fortunately, he wasn't fired, but the store manager made it clear that when I was on shift, I was not to leave the tech department unless I was on or there was a fire. That shift manager never said another word to me. 3. In my first apartment, my parents came to visit, and I said frick when I my head on the open door of the freezer while standing up from grabbing something from the fridge. My mother said you can't talk like that in my home and stopped mid-sentence. I pointed at her and said, "Yeah, that's right, Mom, shut your mouth." 4. I taught my 6th grade students about democratic processes, and we ran a simulation. Without fail, every one of my classes tried to impeach me. 5. When an unhappy client threatens to go hire a better lawyer. They don't seem to get that this isn't a threat when they aren't paying me. Comment your most embarrassing story. I will read every single one.